the year. It's so exciting. Yes, I didn't post again for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever. Because unfortunately the holidays happened. And yeah, I don't know how all of your guys' holiday season went, but I lost brain cells. I lost brain cells, and then I went on a journey in my mind to find them. I went on a quest. And now I got the brain cells back, and I'm feeling better about, more confident in my life decisions than I ever have. If you guys don't know, I am from the Midwest. I am from Indiana. And whenever I go back there, I get hit with Indiana mentality. You know the fucking, the TikTok sound where like, that sound, the like bass drop, why am I trying to make a bass drop sound? But you know that one, like Indiana mentality. I wish I could have like a TikTok video, that's how chronically online I am. I wish I could have like a TikTok video of like a compilation of like Indiana mentality moments, like quotes that I heard from certain people. Like I when things happen, like I fucking wish. It's crazy things that I heard, crazy things that I saw. Being in New York, under Happy New Year. The best part about being from New York was we watched the ball drop on TV, not in person. Can you imagine? I had someone ask me, of course, when I was home in Indiana. They're like, "You're gonna go watch the ball drop, right?" I was like, "On TV?" They were like, "No, in person." No, absolutely not. It's just like, so it's funny, like, but that's all to say, like, the difference between, I swear these things connect. I've been drinking Monster Energy. I'm sorry, guys. I had to get hyped up for y'all. What was I saying? Oh my god, but, so, right, the ball dropped, we watched it, and then it immediately cuts to, Zoran being sworn in as the mayor. A beautiful way for the very first thing to happen in your year is to immediately be shown that news coverage. Dear leader Zoran. So that's been really exciting. But that's all to say, like, Indiana mentality. Even with that story of, like, being asked, am I gonna go see the ball drop? It's just a different world out there. And there's things I love about being home. The weather was really nice. That was a great thing. But it's just, like, the Indiana mentality, the Midwest mentality, like, being around, like, and I know if you're one of my girly pops from those states, like, all my friends are always like, yeah, I'm losing my mind. And they're like, my brain, like, I'm such an asshole, because I'll be home, and I'll be like, I just can't take it here, like, another minute, like, I have to go home, and my friends are like, yeah, imagine living here. And then I'm like, ugh. I'm always like, sorry guys. No, I have it pretty good. I'm sorry. I'll be grateful. I'm really sorry. So my bravest soldiers, my Midwestern and Southern girlies, gays and theys, you guys are truly stronger than me. I cannot live there. Like, conservative America, just mentality and just like culturally what's happening over there. Y'all scare me so bad. Like, truly, actual fear in my heart. But that's all to say. New York slay, New York love, New York life. I have so many friends who are always like, I want to move out here, or just like people who are like, I want to move out here. Do it! Oh my god, do it. This would be a great time. This would be a great time to do it. Highly recommend. Is it a little impossible, and does everything suck also? Yes. But it's not being in the Midwest. Yeah, and on that note, right, Zoran's the mayor now. This is extremely exciting. We got that win, and then we immediately got hit with the L of the United States, I'm trying to see the camera where it's at, we weren't even 3 days into the year, and Trump was like, let's kidnap the Venezuelan president. Thank you, Donald. Thank you! That's just how I wanted to start out the year, with war crimes. Oh boy, thank you! New Year, same administrative bullshit. But we're going to react to it differently this year, and we'll get into that. But the crazy thing is, right? I live in New York. The prison that they put this guy in is in Brooklyn. Deadass's prison is like a 30-minute walk from my apartment. You want to know who's also who's also in that prison, and I saw this online, I didn't fact check this, but I have a feeling it's real, is he's in the same, well, I didn't know, these two are real, because I just knew about this beforehand, because, again, they're in a prison 30 minutes away from me. So they put the Venezuelan president in jail with Diddy, Luigi Mangione, and it's the same prison that Epstein died in. I live next to Arkham Asylum, guys. They literally got the diddler in there. They got him in there. Like, where is Batman? Is that Zoran? Or is he Commissioner Gordon in this scenario? Okay. I think he should be Commissioner Gordon, because I need Batman. Or maybe he's both at the same time. Can someone draw Zoran as Batman? Okay, do I have any artists in the chat? Can someone do it? I think it would be really cute, real funny. But I do think we're at a point, we've never been in a point in history more where we need Batman. I think we need Batman. I live next to Arkham Asylum. Oh, and knowing me, I'm pretty sure I'm Harley Quinn in this scenario. No, I'm not Harley Quinn. I'm a liar. Why did I just say that? I'm not a Harley Quinn girly. My main character in my book series, she would kin Harley Quinn. I don't kin Harley Quinn. I kin Catwoman. So, yeah. I love Catwoman. So, I call being Catwoman. Maybe my boyfriend can be Batman then. Oh! And I'm saying this so that when Batman shows up, we're like, well, obviously it's not her because she just told us that he's Batman. Oh! And then I'm using reverse psychology on you. Can you imagine that? But if, like, Batman really does show up, that'd be crazy. Like, at this point, like, can we have, I mean, Batman, but he doesn't beat up poor people. That's kind of Batman's problem. Can we have, like, a Batman who beats up the 1%? Where are you, Batman? That's just a domestic terrorist. That's crazy. Batman is also, like, doing, like, I used to be like, why do the police not like Batman? As a kid, I was like, he's a hero. I don't get it. No, he's kind of a huge problem. You can't just have, like, one person running around doing that stuff. But it'd be pretty cool. But I still would love it. I still think it'd be awesome. And I think it should happen. Maybe Batman could be, like, Adam Driver. Because I know Adam Driver lives in New York. I feel like he could probably pull it off. And I would love to see it. And I'm not asking, like, for an Adam Driver Batman movie. I'm asking for Adam Driver to literally become Batman. Adam Driver, I need you to become Batman! The city needs you! Can you imagine the Adam Drivers are on team up? I would never fit. It'd be the biggest fangirl moment of my whole life. Like, the political nerd and the Star Wars, like, sci-fi middle schooler in me. Can someone for me draw Adam Driver as Batman with Saran? Strange request I'm making to start off the year. But that's what I want. That's what I need. So, but yeah. So that's kind of, you know what I've been saying? Does anyone remember Walkie Slush? I don't even really remember the meme. I used to say it all the time. So, Walkie Slush! I almost just said it there. And I was going to be like, if I just busted out the Walkie Slush without prepping you, that I was going to hit you with a Walkie Slush! Walkie Slush! So fucking annoying. Who remembers that? And I'm going to do that this whole podcast episode now, because now it's in my fucking head. So, Mary Walkie Slush to Arkham Asylum that I live next to, and I called being Catwoman, and I've casted, oh my gosh, I'm Catwoman. I casted Kylo Ren as Batman. Kylo Ren is Batman, guys. Think about it. Think about it. Or my boyfriend. He could be Batman. Think about it. Anyways. But being in the Midwest, something I want to talk about is being in the Midwest, whenever I'm there, I always, like, dive back into kind of, like, derealization, liminal space, like, digital horror content. That's, like, really what I'm on right now. And I need you all to get on that wavelength with me. Can we all lock in? Can we all lock in and experience derealization and digital horror and liminal horror? Like, can we lock into that? Would that be fun? Guys, let's all disassociate together. Let's all disassociate. Yeah. That's always what I do when I need to post it. And I will. I'll do that here soon. I'll actually do it. Me and a friend, like 3 years ago, when I was living at home, and I was having, like, one of the biggest depressive episodes of my life, him and I, my best friend from childhood, him and I we made, like, this really creepy, like, mask, and we walked around my, like, small suburban town at night and, like, took photos all throughout the town and, like, different, just, like, it was looked like very, like, liminal horror photos, and, like, I edited them to be, like, just disturbing and shit. I never posted them. I meant to. I always just wanted to, like, release them online and, like, never give a backstory to them. But I might as well get some artistic credit at this point since I want to be a content creator. So I guess I can just post them and talk about that whole, like, meaning of the art behind that at the time. But I've always really been into liminal horror. So, okay, like, what is liminal horror? Like, liminal horror is... I'm sure you've seen the photos online. Maybe, like, I'll sit back a bit. I'll pop... Oh my gosh, I'm knocking my drink over! It's fine. I'll post some photos up here for the viewers with the video. You know, backrooms-esque sort of things. Like, that uneasy feeling you have when you're walking through a space. If you've ever... Oop, throwing my pen. If you've ever walked through, like, a mall when no one was there, and, like, it feels unsettling. Like, a place that should be very full of people that has no one. Like, the airport, early in the morning. Like, if you ever got there, like, the earliest you can get to the airport. Like, when no one's there and it's, like, dead silent, but it feels like a place that should be full. And, you know, it kind of, like, almost gives off, like, apocalyptic vibes, because you're like, well, where is everyone? Because our people are supposed to be here, and the uneasy feeling of that. I really got into that content, like, as I was struggling with disassociation, probably, like, 2019, 2020 is when I kind of started getting into this genre. And it's very prevalent online. And, like, in that kind of category, those categories with it, like, derealization, like, right, just, like, deconstructing society and, like, that feeling of, like, being disassociated while thinking about, like, a society we live in one. We live in one when you really think about it. But being fully dead ass on that, like, you know, like, when you, that experience of, like, okay, Bo Burnham's Inside. I'm a Bo Burnham Inside defender. Love it. Watched it a million times. I have songs on my different playlists for it. I have entire liminal space, derealization, like, everything I'm about to talk about, I have a playlist for. So if you want it, my playlist, I have every single thing I talk about today, like, within this little section, yeah, I promise you, I have a playlist for it. Literally every single one. Anyways, Bo Burnham's Inside, like, that whole, like, deconstructing society and feeling trapped within the boundaries of, like, your own capability to change the world, like, that really hits for me. That feels really relevant right now. I also like digital horror. The Backrooms, I feel like, they do that, they branch into it, like, the Backrooms is online, so it kind of fades into that in a weird way, but, what I'm talking about is more like The Matrix. Rewatched The Matrix recently. And I think we all need to. I need to watch every single Matrix movie. I watched one because my dad got a new TV, and I went over to his place, and it was like, my dad's always been into buying, I think I've told this story before, that my dad's always been into buying, like, the biggest TVs. And he got, like, a ridiculously large TV. And I was like, what do I want to watch? And I watched The Matrix on that TV with his sound system, and it was incredible. Because, obviously, in 1999, I was not born. I could not have seen The Matrix in theaters, unfortunately. But I did see it on my dad's new TV for Christmas. And it was incredible. It was the best thing I've ever experienced. Also, Keanu Reeves looks like my boyfriend. And my boyfriend, I did not get to spend Christmas with my boyfriend because we both went and decided to spend time with our families, which was stupid and dumb. No, it was, we all love you, but I would have liked to be with my boyfriend. But I was really missing him, and I was like, what can I do? I can feed two of my special interests at once. Derealization, digital horror, and missing my boyfriend. Missing my boyfriend used to be a full-time job when we did long distance, so when I lock back in, I lock back in. That's the thing about me. I know, like, I guess I haven't, I mean, I think I probably have on this podcast, but, like, I've said it once, I'll say it a million times. I fucking love my boyfriend. I love my boyfriend. Because that's the thing. When you hate men, deep in your heart, you're a lover girly. Because when you find a man that is worth your time, it's just, like, the most incredible thing ever. It's like, you know, I don't even know. It's just, you're just, like, when you're a top tier man, it's just, like, it's just wonderful. And yeah. So shout out my boyfriend, because I missed him, and I'm glad we're back home. But yeah, my boyfriend kind of looks like Keanu Reeves. He kind of gets told that all the time. People kind of tell him all the time that he looks like Keanu Reeves. Me, when I'm like, talking about my 3 crushes in the beginning of this episode, I'm like, I listed Kylo Ren, Keanu Reeves, and my boyfriend. This guy's got a type! No! Kylo Ren fails the Wasian challenge, but other than that, we'll forgive him. We'll forgive him for not being Wasian. But he kind of looks Dutch to me. And I'm Dutch. I'm Dutch and Indonesian and Irish. So I don't know if that makes it better, but whatever. But he's also from Indiana, and I'm from Indiana. So Adam Driver and I, we got a lot in common. We're kind of like this. Yeah, me and him, we're kind of like this. Me, Adam Driver, my boyfriend, and Kylo Ren, we're like this. We're like this. I swear I made my boyfriend like the Boyfriend Factory. Like, every single man I've ever had a crush on, like, I put them in a blender, and when I poured the smoothie out, that's like, this is a weird analogy, but I put him in a blender, and then I got Reese. So that's my Pookie Bear. Eee. I made him at the Boyfriend Factory. If you don't feel like you made your man at the Boyfriend Factory, dump him. Like, actually, like, if you don't feel like you literally built a bear when you like, if he's not literally your like perfect ideal, goodbye. Goodbye. Like, say goodbye. Oh my god, get rid of him. Like, seriously, I built my boyfriend at the Boyfriend Factory. Like, I feel like he just like hits every single box that he needs to. And that's me bragging about my boyfriend, because I kind of like him. I kind of have a crush on him. I don't know what that bit is. But digital horror. Shit, sorry. Got off track. But the most important thing I want to talk about within this category, the most important thing I want to talk about in this category is, I'm about to put you onto one of my nerd series, The Amazing Digital Circus. Ah! Oh my god, it's my favorite, it's my favorite, it's my favorite. I have been actually avoiding getting into this series because I heard about the concept of it, and I'd seen like the art from it, and I was like, that's gonna be a brain rot. If I invest in this, it will become all I think about. And then in November, my siblings were like, we're all gonna sit down and watch something, and they were like, oh, what do you want to watch? And then one of them suggested that, and I was like, oh, well, I guess I have been wanting to watch that, even though I knew I should have avoided it, because I knew it was gonna be like crack. But I did it anyways. And they also all wanted to watch it, so we watched it. And it changed my life. And I'll never be the same. It's like a combination of literally everything. Like, everything we've talked about within this category. Like, it's a combination of the back rooms. It's a combination of Bo Burnham's Inside. It's like The Matrix. And it's called The Amazing Digital Circus. I need you to lock in. I am putting you on. And I mean, like, a lot of people know about it. Like, it's done extraordinarily well. It's in mainstream stores now. Like, it's in Hot Topic. And I mean, Glitch Productions like, this independent animation is becoming a lot bigger, and which is so exciting to see happen, because, wow, real storytelling in animation. It's incredible. Utilizing the art form. Love it. There's so many good things about it, from the people who produce it, from the people who write it, to the animators, the voice actors. They're very involved. They do a lot of charity, like, live streams and stuff like that, make really fun content for the fans while doing that. It's a really fun community to be a part of. I would say I really don't feel like it's that toxic of a community at all. I mean, every fandom has its own toxic thing, but I feel like for the most part, the fans are super nice. It's like fun, like, you know, people trade theories, and there's like little fandom beefs here and there, but I find them all fun. Like, I don't find them like, it doesn't remind me of like the Undertale fandom back in the day that was like, because I feel like Undertale's also another derealization, digital horror kind of deal. Love. Even though it's very funny. But like, I remember being in that fandom back in the day, and people were like, and it was scary. Oh my god. Does anyone remember the Undertale fandom? Shout out. That place was horror. Scariest time of my life being in the Undertale fandom. Loved Undertale. That's my favorite video game of all time. Because of course, it's my favorite video game of all time. Other than maybe The Sims, which also can fall into this category. You see that there's a pattern. And Animal Crossing. That's kind of me. That's kind of my life. Anyways. But what was I saying? Oh, but the fandom's really fun. So, and they're so creative. They make the best art, and they're so funny, and it's just, there's so much creativity. The fanfiction's kind of gas. Yeah, I've been reading fanfiction for the Amazing Digital Circus. I'll say it. I have no shame. I read fanfiction for everything. This is my first, like, anthropomorphic character that, like, I somewhat, I kin him as, like, the worst version of myself from, like, high school, maybe. In, like, some aspect, like, he reminds me of a very childish version of myself, one of the characters. But also, the voice actor's voice kind of sexy, kind of crazy. So, this is not the point. This is not why I'm promoting this series. I'm so embarrassing. Don't care. I had someone recently tell me they were just like, I mean, it was kind of a shitty comment, but they were like, you really just admit to anything. And I was like, I know you mean that as an insult, but I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you, yes, I do. Because I'm gonna do what's in and what's out for 2026, and something that's out, I don't think I put this on the list, but something that's out in 2026 is being embarrassed of your interest. We're not being embarrassed of our interests. Like, stand on business. If you like something, like, yeah, I like it. Anyways, The Amazing Digital Circus. What's the premise? I've just been yapping saying a whole lot of nothing. The premise is basically these human minds are trapped inside a video game, and they have no way out. They become what are called characters, and they literally become a video game character, and their minds are trapped in what's called the circus, the game, and their bodies in the real world, they have no idea what happened to them, and they have to keep their minds alive, or basically they do this thing called abstracting, which is pretty much like ing yourself, like goodbye, so you basically have to keep your mind alive, or, like, you will go crazy and, like, lose your mind, and you become a monster. And so to keep them alive, there's this AI that forces them to go on adventures every single day, like a new adventure every day, to keep their brains stimulated and alive. And it's just a perfect blend of, like, horror, because these characters are, like, trapped, and also, like, digital horror, which is something I think we all relate to right now about, like, all of our lives being online. Like, yes, I'm a podcaster, and I want to create content, and I have a fear of being trapped in the internet. Oh, yes, because I think our relationship with technology is horrifying. So it's about the relationship of technology, and it is, about kind of, like, the importance of, like, kindness. Like, the importance of treating people like human beings, even when, like, you fundamentally, like, don't know them. Like, it's a show about, it is so rooted in kindness and about working together and friendship, but, like, not traditional friendship in the sense of, like, oh, we love each other so much. Like, friendship and, like, necessary friendship. Like, the necessity of friendship. And I think it handles that topic so beautifully, and about, like, the inherent human condition of caring for others. And it also goes into how AI is not very intelligent. Like, the way AI interprets things, I think it's such good commentary on AI, especially right now, and it was written well before, like, where AI is at right now. Like, it was written well before, like, like, it had to have been, like, right when ChatGPT, like, started to become, like, the most beta version of ChatGPT became released to the public, was when the show was first written. And it's just, like, so accurately proven everything about how AI misinterprets things and spits out something, like, to try to provide for humans, but how AI is harming us. Like, it is such good AI commentary. It's just, again, the animation is fantastic, especially in the newer episodes. The original episodes, it's a little bit rougher, but it's from a small indie production, and even for that, like, it looks fantastic. The voice actors are incredible. It's just overall, it's just fantastic. And it's only 8 episodes. It's on Netflix and YouTube. I can't recommend it enough. Like, it's weird. It's weird. It's one of those weird things that Brinly is suggesting, but I can't suggest to you enough, like, just literally how freaking good it is. So, you just gotta do it. So, that's my spiel. That's my spiel about the amazing digital circus. I think we move on. So, let's lock into my New Year's resolutions. I have, like, actually, my New Year's resolutions list goes on forever. I'm a huge planner. I plan out, like, everything so, like, detailed that it's, like, obnoxious, and sometimes I hold myself back because I overplan, and I don't know how to go with the flow. And I still did that this year. But I'm just gonna give you, like, my top 3. So, maybe not top 3, but 3 that I feel like are relevant. 2 that are relevant to you, and then a third one that I think you need to think on as well. So, New Year's resolutions. Number 1, making content creation my full-time job. That is, going to be pretty evident as I'm putting out new content. But, like, I really want to make this, like, I want to just see how big I can make things. I want to see how far I can push this, how far this will go, and I'm ready to be my own boss, essentially. And I'm just ready for that independence, and I really feel that at this point. It's something I've wanted to do literally, like, since I graduated college. It's something I knew I wanted to do, and I think I was scared of doing for a really long time and admitting that I wanted to do that because there are a lot of risks involved, and I'm very grateful I'm at a place in life where I can kind of start that journey and feel comfortable starting that journey. But I had to work on myself a lot to get here, so that's my goal. By the end of 2026, like, going into 2027, like, this will be my full-time job. And I will be making, hopefully, enough money to live off it fully and feel, like, confident about my life choices. So that's my goal. Number 2 is finish my book. I'm very close to finishing my book. And it is so exciting. Like, I know I'll finish the book this year. And every year, for the maybe like past 2 years, I was like, this will be the year I finish my book. And then it didn't happen just because I either realized the story needed expanding or I didn't understand the story well enough, because I have the first 7 books. And I think there's going to be 8, I think. But I have, like, the first 7 pretty much, like, beat for beat plotted out, like, each significant thing. Like, I know enough about the universe. I know enough about, like, the galactic history. Like, I really had to create this whole world before I could even begin to tell this story, and so much of the plotting and the drafting was just, like, figuring out this world building stuff, and which is, I'd have to do so many rewrites. And now I'm at a point where I understand the world enough, and I've solidified it. I've made enough decisions where I can now just finish writing it, and I feel confident that I won't contradict myself or ever have to retcon anything because I've planned so far into the future. Like, my thing is like, I'm such a big consumer of media and long series, and, like, Stranger Things just ended, and I had complicating feelings about the ending. Like, I was not best case scenario, but it wasn't worst case scenario. I still cried during it. Stranger Things was a big thing for me, like, growing up, because I was from Indiana, and I grew up so much with 80s imagery around me, because my parents still kept it very relevant in my life, so the 80s imagery, like, I know all the references from that period, like, and I still got very emotional, and my queen Sadie Sink, like, love her, so it's, yes, but it's, the conversation once again, same with that series, and then same thing with, Oh, My Enemy, episode 9 of Star Wars. Just like I hate when authors don't plan it out. And they're like, we had a plan. That you very clearly didn't have a plan. And I always have been so judgmental. Always been so freaking judgmental of authors who don't plan out their stuff. Because I was like, I would be like, it couldn't be that hard. And it turns out it is really hard. Turns out it's actually really difficult. But I think if you're going to commit to doing a big project, like, just do it anyways. But that's why my book, I not retconned. I have rewrote it so many times and planned so thoroughly that I hopefully will never have to retcon anything. Hopefully. And truly every bit of foreshadowing in those books, like my book series, like it is intentional foreshadowing, and I really hope that my readers have a rereadability for my books, because everything, it's the most hyper-intentional project I've ever done in my whole life. And I cannot wait to share it with you. I cannot wait to get an agent for it and start talking to publicists. Like, I'm so excited to do that this year and to finally give this story to all of you, because I've been telling my friends about it for so long. I have so many people who are so invested in it and truly care about this project, and you know, they've never even got to read a page of it. And so I'm so grateful for that. So I'm very much ready to let the world have this, and I'm excited to do that this year. Number 3. So here's the one I want you guys to think about also. And I said, deconstruct my anger. What can anger transform into? How do we turn it into progress? Because I think we all have a right with how the world is right now. I think we have a right, and frankly, we should be angry. We should be upset, and we should be, like, you know, breaking down doors to make the world we want to be. Like, I think that anger is fueling a lot of us, and I think it's very, actually, in a way, healthy to get release that anger. But for me, I want to deconstruct, okay, like, I am angry, I'm riled up, and I'm fighting to make this the world I want to live in, and I'm always fighting, I'm always being an advocate, and I'm always, you know, I'm always doing my best to just create the world I want to live in and encourage other people to do the same. But what I want to ask myself is, like, how do we transform that anger into being constructive and not just, like, feeling angry all the time? Because I really will sit around and I get just so angry and upset about the state of the world. Like, it's just, like, it's really fucked up right now. And when you really think about it, like, it will make me livid. And so I have to find a way to channel that and not let it be debilitating. Basically, how do I not let my anger debilitate me? And, like, I really will go, like, I really struggle with just going blind with rage. And, I mean, I never do anything fucking crazy. Like, I'm not, there's a lot of people whose anger is, you know, they're harming people. And I don't think I'm really ever harming anyone with mine. I mean, certainly the people who I don't like it, but they had it coming, so that's how I see it. You know, like, if you don't believe in fundamental human rights, like, I'm gonna cuss you out, okay? That's, yeah, but in the long term, like, as, you know, as the fighting, as it gets ramped up, basically, how do I live with being this angry, and how do I live with knowing that it does need to turn into something else eventually? Like, we can't be angry forever. To a certain point, it needs to turn into something more constructive, and I don't really know what the answer is to that yet, so if you have ideas, leave that in the comment section below. I'd love to know what you think about that. Journal entry for everyone. Just how do we turn this anger, how can we be the most constructive version of this anger? How can we use it to fuel ourselves and not just be angry and debilitated by it? So that's just a goal in 2026 of something I want to figure out. So maybe we'll re-hit that topic. So yeah. Now we are going to do the ins and out of 2026. So I think we're gonna go every other. These are in no particular order, by the way. But okay. So I live in New York. So music is playing very loudly right directly below me, and I just heard it. I do not know if you'll be able to hear this. If you can, like, sorry, live in New York. That's just how it be. Like, get those sick beats. Like, I don't know. So anyways, if you're hearing that, that's what that is. Anyways. Ins and outs of 2026 in no particular order. I think let's do every other. So for ins, we're gonna do an honorable mention first. And it's gonna be me giving a shout out to my girl One Piece. If you're not watching One Piece in 2026, I need you to lock in. It's the greatest anime of all time. I'm the biggest One Piece glazer I've ever met, which is saying something because I'm not even done with the show. I'm about like almost 500 episodes in, nearly. One Piece is so relevant. The characters are so wonderful. Out of the main crew, like out of all 10, there's 10 characters in the main crew. There's only one that I dislike, and it's that skeleton. I don't like him, and you can all fight me in the comments. I don't like Brook, and I don't give a shit about Laboon. I don't care about that self-harming whale. I don't care. You can all suck on it. I don't care, and I don't like Laboon, and I'm sick of people coming for me when I tell them I don't like Laboon. I don't care. I don't care about him. I don't care about Brook. Brook only knows one song. He plays one song the entire show. You're supposed to be the musician. You need to be able to play more than one song. I don't like Brook, and I don't like that stupid whale. End of discussion. Okay? Everyone else in the crew, though, is lovely. And they're all my sweet, special babies. And I will protect them with my whole life. I love them. And I love you, Sanji-kun. Love you. I love Sanji. I love Sanji. I love you. And I love Nami. That's me. That's literally me. Your Honor. That's literally me. I'm literally Nami from One Piece in real life. Guys, have you ever stopped to think about maybe I'm Nami from One Piece? Because there's never been a character in my whole life that I have thought is more of an accurate representation of myself than Nami from One Piece. Like, I hope when you see Nami from One Piece, you think about me. I hope when you watch Nami from One Piece do something, you go, wow, that's Brinly. Like, that, there's never have I ever been more of a girly pop than Nami. Nami is me and I am Nami. So that's also why I love it. But no, One Piece, politically relevant, and a story about friendship and resistance and accepting yourself. I have just gotten through Impel Down completely, and Ivankov and Bon Clay! Bon Clay! My love, my life, Bon Clay! Oh, I love you, Bon Clay! Who, if you don't know, if you're a theater girly, one of my theater girls watching this, Cole Escola, yes, locked in? They wrote Oh Mary and played Mary, Todd Lincoln. Yeah. They are going to be playing Bon Clay in the live action. I don't even care for the live action like that. But when Bon Clay gets on my screen, and it's Cole Escola playing Bon Clay, I'm going to have I'm gonna die. It's gonna be incredible. That's what I'm gonna be locked into the live action One Piece. Cause Cole Escola as Bon Clay is the best thing I've ever heard in my whole life. The best thing. I need everyone and anyone to lock into One Piece. And if you're not willing to watch the anime, which you should, you can either read the manga because it's shorter, and it's free online, pretty much all of it. So either read it or watch it, and if you have to, if you're gonna be lazy about it, watch the live action. But then you're sure not going to be caught up by the time that they find a One Piece show. Then it'll be ruined for you, what the One Piece is. You need to be part of the cultural moment of the episode where the final episode of One Piece, like when we find out what the One Piece is, you want to be a part of that. It's going to be the biggest cultural event probably in anime ever. I don't think in our lifetime we'll ever see another bigger moment in anime history when they find the One Piece! The One Piece is real! Don't piss me off. And I need to see more fandom girlies getting in on One Piece, okay? Fandom girlies, like, if any of the fandoms I've ever talked about, if you're a Taylor Swift girly, if you are, like, I don't care what you are, like, you gotta lock into One Piece. My FNAF girlies, my Amazing Digital Circus girlies, my Hello Kitty girlies, my Sci-Fi Raylo girlies, my Book Talk girlies, all of you, girls, gays, theys, One Piece, lock in. That's my honorable mention. That was my honorable mention. We're not even into. I did not mean to go on that long. I just love One Piece. Damn. 5-minute interlude about One Piece because I love it. Let's do in and out for 2026. Honorable mention. One Piece is in. Okay, lock in. So we just did an in. I was an honorable mention in. This is my out. Number one, being friends with losers or dating losers. I'm just not gonna do it anymore. I can't. And what do I mean? What's my definition of loser? Like, a loser is someone who is defeated before they even begin. Like, you know that person who you became friends with out of pity? No. No, we can't do that anymore. And I know you want to be nice. I know you want to be nice to that person, and I know you feel bad for them, but, like, being friends out of pity is, it's just not a good thing. It's not good for you. It's not good for them, because you're, like, showing these people that, like, they don't have to be, like, that they're allowed to be unhinged. Because everyone who's a loser is, like, unhinged and not, like, emotionally safe or even physically safe to be around. Because they do, like, just, like last year, around my birthday, I used to be friends with this girl. She was, like, one of the craziest people, story time, craziest people I've ever met in my whole life. Like, this girl literally was lying about, like, everything. Like, she's the biggest liar I've ever met in my whole life. And she was such a loser, and, like, she would always complain. She would always, like, no matter what, like, all of her friends, she was part of this friend group with me and all my girls, and we were always so supportive of her. Like, any problem she had, she would come to us and always be like, this is a safe space, like, you know, we always want to give you, like, the room to, you know, like, if you have a problem, like, we're always here to help you. But, like, completely took advantage of that. All of her relationship with all of us was one-sided. She would come for us, be like, I need advice, be hysterical, like, call us at inappropriate times, like, then if we wouldn't pick up, like, guilt us about that, and, like, no matter what, she always had a defeated attitude. Like, literally, no matter what happened, she was always defeated, and she always made the wrong decision. No matter how many times me and all of my girlfriends were like, girl, like, stop doing that, like, that is, like, pointing out to her, like, that is self-harm doing that. And, like, there's a whole thing for, like, yes, there are mentally ill people, and, like, you know, me and all my friends have experienced mental illness. We all know how hard it can be. But there's a certain point in which people are using their mental illness as an excuse to be selfish and toxic, and that's when they're losers, and you cannot be friends with them. You cannot be friends with them. You have to put your boundaries, like, because they will suck the life out of you. Like, vampiric friends are, like, you have to leave. We're leaving them in 2025. And, like, last year when I got played like that, and I got played by her so dirty. Like, I was literally this girl's literal emergency contact. I probably still am, because, like, I'm that good of a friend. And, like, I was there for this bitch, and and then she really tried to slander me, and all my friends were like, you're crazy. But it's just, like, I'd not been done so dirty in, like, the longest time. Like, this girl, crazy. I'm not gonna say anymore, because she's crazy, and I guarantee this clip will get back to her, and she'll be like, Brinly was talking about me. She was talking about me. Like, that's the vibe you give off, girl. 100%. And then this is gonna feed her ego. She was crazy. Oh my gosh. Like, it's one of those things I shouldn't even talk about just because it'll cause me more drama, but I also don't care. So yeah, leaving, like, that last year getting played like that, I was like, oh my god, like, I'm about to be 23 this year, but I'm just like, like, yeah, I just, like, no, I can't do it anymore. No, I can't do it anymore. Like, I cannot be friends with losers anymore. Like, simply, I can't. After being played like that, it's just like, no, never ever again. So, being from the losers, of course, that goes with dating losers. You guys already know how I feel about men who are losers. I don't think I need to explain any of that, because you already know. Like, if he treats you like shit, like, get rid of him. Guarantee you can find something better. And, like, for the time being, if you're like, oh, but, like, I'm used to, like, getting some. Girl, get Tinder. Get Tinder. Look up. You can Google partners that are better. Like, little... I'm not trying to get, like, I'm sure art's the word enough to get demonetized, but it's just, like, you know, like, there's online stores where you get, like, do that. Do that instead of having a lame-ass boyfriend. I guarantee you'll have a better time. 100%. 100%. Okay? So, loser friends, loser boyfriends, they're out. I don't want to see them. Don't want to see them. Goodbye. Goodbye. Then... on the flip side, what's in is it girl mentality. Okay? I want my girls, gays, and theys, okay? I need the drama. I need the flair. I need you to walk into life, into every room like a drag queen, okay? I need it girl mentality. Like, if you are standing on business and you know you're on the right side of history, do it with flair, okay? Do it, like, in protest of the existence. Like, what is being in is being an overdramatic it girl. Like, because right now society doesn't want us to feel ourselves. And it's really hard to feel ourselves. But we must endure. We must endure and girly pop out. We have to girly pop out, guys. We have to do it. We have to be a girly pop. Despite all the odds, we have to girly pop. It's so important to girly pop right now. And I need the female friendship and the whimsy and the it girls. I need us to excel and show that we're not going to give up. We're not going to dim our shine, and we're not going to stop putting light into the world. Because when you shine, when you dim your light, you're taking away light. You're brightening up the world, and you're making it a better place. Like, literally right now, everything is so, like, feels so desperate and hopeless. Like, you just being a little iconic, you being there for people, like, you being a fashionista, you shining your light, being yourself as much as you can, like, that is what people need. And in that same vein, what is in an album I've recently been getting into, which I did not think I would like. I was very surprised. But it's actually incredible, is Addison Rae's debut album. Didn't think I'd ever say that. Absolutely fantastic. Fame is a Gun. That was what I was listening to in my little warm-up when I always do a little dance warm-up for pod, listening to Fame is a Gun. Randomly hopped into that album, and it's pretty much iconic. It's fantastic. Love that album, and I want you to listen to that album. I want you to listen to Money is Everything, and I need you to listen to those songs and lock in. Okay? Okay? Money is Everything is for the Nami girlies. Right? So, I think in that vein, too, like, it girl mentality, I think a lot of us right now have a problem, like, with the idea, because, like, money is so hard to come by right now, and money is just, like, you know, the financial situation of everything around us is really desperate. I think the idea of, like, wanting more, like, wanting your own money, wanting your own things, wanting your own nice possessions, I think we have a lot of guilt tied into that right now, and I think that's also something, like, what is in is to deconstruct that, and being like, everything is bad, but I still deserve to have my dreams. I still deserve everything that I want out of life. And telling yourself that and fighting for that despite everything, it's like, that's a huge thing to deconstruct and overcome. So, Herculean task number 1 for in. But you can do it, because I believe in you. Because what do I always say? That we have, like, heart and spirit and soul. And what do the ops have? Tiny little wieners. So think about that. Okay? Number 2, out for 2026, vapes. I don't want to see you vaping. I'm sick of it. Bad for the environment. We already know it's bad for the environment, okay? Also, it's, like, the flavored chemicals are killing you. Like, my friends who vape, I'm starting to shame you. We're too damn old for the vape. My best friend vapes. I love her. She's gonna be mad at me when she sees this. Don't care. No more vaping. It's so bad, and it gives you a headache. And then I'm tempted to vape around you guys, and I don't want to be around it. And I think it's bad for you, and I don't think you should do it. And I think it's bad. I think vaping is bad. That's my hot take. But seriously, like, we can't be vaping in 2026. It's too expensive. Too expensive to vape. Too expensive to vape. No. Like, I need my friends to stop with the cancer sticks. Come on, guys. Like, if you're gonna smoke, like, let's roll up. You know, like, and I know, like, some states, oh, man, Monster Energy on my journal. Darn. Anyways, yeah, vaping out. I don't want to see it anymore. I'm just sick of it. Number 2, meeting your inner child's needs. I feel like people talk about this all the time, but it's so important. Like, do you think I have the doll wall? Do you think I should give you the full tour at some point. Do you think I have the doll wall, the Taylor Swift cardigans, to make other people like me? No. Absolutely not. But look at me. I'm still successful. I have a lot of friends. The internet loves me. They love this guy. And I have a boyfriend, a loving partner, I have a best friend. I have great connection. I'm very, very fulfilled in life. You know why? Because I have a doll shelf. And I'm not embarrassed by it. People come over to my apartment sometimes and they're like, oh, Does a 7-year-old live here? Yeah. Me, the inner 7-year-old, and me, the inner middle schooler. Yeah. Yeah, those are her things. She's allowed to have them out because I love her. Yeah, you ask yourself, biggest goal in 2026 is you gotta start doing what middle school wants you to do. That's the most important thing you can do in life. Fulfill the needs of your inner middle schooler. Don't really listen to your high school self. That's what I've learned. Your high school self has really terrible hot takes, and I ignore 90% of her advice. I just take the lessons that I learned from her bad decision making. I can elaborate on that at some point. I don't completely disrespect girly pop me version of high school, but I don't listen to a lot of her opinion. I listen to my inner middle schooler, and that gets me to the right place. Okay, so listening to our inner middle schooler is in. Number 3 on out is blocking people. I have this philosophy that people really tussle with me about, is that I don't block people. Because here's the thing. Do you know how easy it is to make a fake account and look at that shit anyways? If you're gonna block people, you might as well just make your page private. If you want to curate your followers that much. Having a private page, fine. But if you have a public page and you're blocking people, that's stupid. I also know it's stupid and it doesn't work because, I've blocked people and then they just make second accounts to look at my shit anyway. So after that, I just stopped blocking people because I was it's just so what's out is blocking people. I'm not going to do it anymore. If you want to look at my shit, I'd rather just have your face be attached to it and be like, okay, you're stalking my account. Because I got a lot of you freaks that do that. I know y'all doing it. I mean, yeah, I check who watches my stories. That's interesting data. That's really entertaining to me. So, and sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, but whatever. I don't think there's anything wrong with checking your stories. I think social media, that interconnectedness, I think observing internet behavioral patterns, I find that interesting. I collected data. And I think if you're too emotional about it and you feel a certain way about it, you shouldn't do it. But at least, I don't know, I think I found a way to detach enough from it that I'm just let me write that in my data collection journal, actually. So anyways, blocking people on social media, out. Boring. But, mentally blocking people, super in. You know me, I'm a witchcraft girly. If I feel like I'm thinking about you too much, I'm super psychic. Here's the thing. If you've been thinking about me, I know, because I can feel it. I can feel you tugging on my energy to think about me. I know that you're doing that, because I'm a psychic. So, I just mentally block people. I do that. I'm your access and energy, your ability to access my energy, goodbye. So, learning to mentally block people, and also people you don't want to think about, goodbye, don't think about them, see you never. So, that. Sorry, the music has gotten louder, so we might just have to roll with it. This is when, it's not like this is monetized anyway, so I guess I can't get demonetized. So, who really cares? Anyways, number 4 of what's in is crafts and hand making things and baking and cooking. Anything handmade at this point, the more you can thrift and flip, I just think with the age of consumerism that we're in, not only is it necessary, and it is necessary for a movement of that to happen, but also it's just fulfilling to the soul. I think we've all become pretty numb to actually doing things and contributing the effort that's needed to complete goals. I think the internet has just made us all bad at doing things, actual crafts. So I think we all need to lock in and do some crafts this year in whatever form you want to do it in. And number 4 for outs, within that same line of thinking, going to corporate brands is out. As much as possible, unless you need something really specific from somewhere, if you can shop locally in any way, and I know that's not an option for everyone, if, especially in the Midwest, when I was there, I was thinking about how hard it would be to, not shop at, a corporate store. But it's just, really investigating your community and finding whatever alternatives there are to a corporate brand. If, you have, you're buying cupcakes for a birthday, trying to find a real bakery instead of the Walmart bakery. Stuff like that, I think is so important. And not everyone can afford that, of course. Or it's so that goes in the same line of, crafting. If you can't afford it, the going somewhere and getting box mix is like, or learning to bake from scratch is like, you know, that sort of thing. But like, just as anything, like anywhere you can and can't afford to shop locally, just like try to as much as possible. Like, going to big corporations unless absolutely like necessary, like I'm trying to treat it like it's like only if it's necessary sort of deal. That's how I feel about corporate brands. I think we're all sick of it, and I think we all want to stray away from it. So really just trying to investigate just how locally can I source things. That's a goal of mine. Number 5 for what's in is I put 80s/90s/early 2000s medieval core. And in general being whimsical. Medieval core, I know people have been talking about it for a hot minute that that's coming back in, but I really do need it. I need it, and I need it to be goth. I need the goth version of that. And that's another thing. Blending aestheticisms. Try it. Like, aesthetics you've never heard of. Like, creating your own aesthetic, like, by blending, too. Like, goth with 80s, 2000s medieval core. You see the vision? I want to discover what that looks like. I need to know. So that's a style I'm going to curate this year. Not even necessarily, like, curate it in the sense of, like, I'm going out and buying new clothes, but just figuring out the clothes that I already have, how can I stylize them to look like that? And getting creative. So in general, being whimsical, you got to have the whimsy, like, dressing whimsical as much as humanly possible. Like, go out, that's why I talk about being an it girl. Like, you need to go out and be a character. Like, people in public are you know, you inspire them to be whimsical by being whimsical in public. Be as whimsical in public as possible, and I need that 2000s medieval core to come back. Number 5, stuff that's out, unneeded subscriptions. Like, girlies, we have to go through our subscriptions because I guarantee you have 5 years worth of subscriptions. Like, you didn't realize you were subscribed to. You gotta cancel those. We can't afford that anymore. They gotta go. And also just like, oh my god, like, subscriptions are so annoying and I hate them. They used to be cool and convenient. Now I hate them, and everything requires a subscription. And yeah, just trying to get rid of those as much as possible. I hate them. I hate them so much. Number 6, what's in? History podcast. We all need to lock in and learn some history. It has to happen. We have to start thinking about the historical connotation of things and really, truly, deeply understanding them fully. I need all of us to become history nerds last year, really, 10 years ago, really. And I need us all to start forcing everyone around us to have conversations about history in a truly meaningful way. So I need us all to lock in and start listening to some history podcasts. If at some point I'll put some maybe in, I'll link it somewhere eventually, the ones that I listen to, but I also need to get into some. So what's in history podcasts, lock in, pick one, learn about any aspect of history, it's fine. But me, I'm doing in-depth research this year. I'm gonna be a scholar, okay? So you'd be surprised how much fun independent studying is. God, I'm such a nerd. I'm actually really cool. I'm an it girl. I like independent studying. God. Anyways, number 6 for what's out is being natural or cool. Like, I hate that. Be a tryhard. I hate the I just woke up like this. I hate that. No. I put in a lot of work. And I want you to acknowledge that I put in a lot of work. Like, and there's nothing wrong with putting in work. Like, I need us all to be tryhards. And when you do something awesome, when someone's like, oh, that's really cool that you did that. And I'll be like, oh, it was nothing. Oh, thank you. Yes, I worked really hard on that. Like, I hate this, like, I hate just, like, being cool. Like, I don't even care. Like, nonchalant. I hate nonchalant. Fuck that. No nonchalant. No. I try hard on everything. I'm always trying. I'm always trying to be the best version of myself. And I'm sick of being shamed for that. I think we should embrace being, you know, the most ourselves that we can be. And I'm not going to pretend like I'm not trying hard. I work hard every day. And I'm proud of that. And I think you all should be too. And I think just being cool and just like, I'm just effortlessly cool. Like, no one's effortlessly cool. You're cool because you, like, put an effort to things. Like, I hate the concept of, like, being cool is effortless. No, not me. I'm cool because I put thought and love and care into my life. And And that's what I want us all to do. So being natural or just like a cool nonchalant, that's out. We're not doing that anymore. Number 7 for what's in is something that I've seen this online floating around a bit, like calling it an office night, where you call all your girly pops over and you get like all like your computer work that you have to do, like clearing all your emails or emailing people back, canceling subscriptions, setting up doctor's appointments, etc., etc., etc. Anything like that. Having your girls over like for an afternoon and like getting that all done, maybe drinking some mimosas, having some snacks, getting the charcuterie out to do it. And then, like, if, like, for me, like, when I have to do insurance, I get super stressed out. So then, like, having someone I can be like, oh, do you know how to do this portion of the form? And there's going to be someone, because you all have different skills, who's going to be able to help you. So it's like, if someone needs to do a resume, like, I'm really good at resumes, so maybe I can help them, and then they can help me with my thing. And, like, office nights, they're in. We got to start doing them, because we need to start being responsible. Girlies, we got to learn to be more responsible, because if we're not, we're screwed. Okay. Number 7 of what's out is telling just anyone your goals. Like, you really can't just, like, tell anyone. Like, I have found, because of, like, the increasing, mentality of, like, nihilism that's rising in the country, like, I used to be, I mean, like, if someone asks, like, I'll be like, yeah, this is what I'm planning on doing, but, like, I'm not giving you the play-by-play, like, when people are like, you know, I tell people my goals, and they're like, well, how do you plan on doing that? Just, like, I'm just gonna be like, I have a plan, like, I gotta figure it out, because people want to make you justify yourself all the time, so it's like, I'm either gonna withhold my goals from you, because I don't want to have a conversation with you about it, or if you do press me about them, and I'm telling you about it, like, I'm not giving you anything. Like, I'm not talking about how I'm going about my goals. That's my business. My job is to complete the goals. It's your job to sit back and have your jaw dropped when I complete them. Keep wondering. Because people just really want to be a critic when they got no idea what they're talking about. So, what's out is sharing the plans of how you're going to achieve your goals with people. Stop giving that information out. Unless, like, someone you can tell is wanting to engage in a good faith conversation with you, unless it's like a close friend, someone who truly wants to have a good faith conversation with you about your goals and like maybe their goals and that sort of thing. I'm not talking to you about my goals. Like you need to be a certain level of like close to me to like get the play-by-play of how I'm going about my mission. Okay? You're not getting the secret spy mission, like it's a spy mission. You're not getting the play-by-play, okay? I'll tell you after, once I pulled off the heist, okay? Like, a magician never tells. So that's what's out. Telling just anyone the process of how you're going to complete your goals. That's out. Number 8 of what's in is group vacations. We gotta get the gang together. We gotta go on a group vacation. Number 1, it makes traveling a lot less expensive. And number 2, friendship is important right now. So, you need to get with your girlfriends today. Call them up after this and go, everyone needs to pick the weekend they're free and get it out of the group chat. Getting that group vacation out of the group chat is happening this year, guys. We're gonna do it. I believe in us. Number 8 is also like letting strangers trauma dump to you. No. No. It's performative vulnerability to, like, no. I'm sorry you're going through it, but no, I'm not your therapist, and I don't want to have that conversation with you. Like, I think we all, like, it's great how empathetic we all are, and I am truly grateful for all of our empathy, but sometimes we're getting taken advantage of through that. So, having awareness with that, and just, like, I think there's, like, a place for trauma dumping with, like, your friends, or even, like, sometimes you just click with someone and you immediately start having a deep conversation. That's different, and that's not trauma dumping. It's, like, it's the coworker who, like, when you're at the printer, and they use that as an excuse to corner you because they don't have any real friends in their real life, so then they just, like, need to get something off their chest, so they're saying it to you, and it's like, I'm gonna, like, when people start doing that, I'm gonna look them dead in the eye and be like, why would you say that to me? Be like, I'm really sorry you're going through that, but, like, I don't know why you thought that was appropriate to share that with me right now. Like, you know, like, I'm sorry you're going through that. But, like, I don't know why you would say that to me. Like, we don't know each other well enough for, like, I can't properly give you the reaction you want because, like, we don't know each other like that. Like, I'm sorry you're going through that, but, like, I'm really not comfortable continuing this conversation. And that's, like, not you being an asshole. That's you going... It's acknowledging, like, hey, I see that this is really painful for you, but, like, I am only going to make this worse by commenting on it because I don't know enough about the situation to say something. You know, this is for, like, again, these are, like, coworker relationships I'm talking about, like, or, like, acquaintance relationships. Like, when acquaintances are trauma dumping you, like, we have to normalize that that's not okay. And it's not that people need to bottle things up. But it's just, like, you have to find a healthy way to process. And not everyone's your therapist. Like, some of these people need to learn. Like, not everyone's your therapist. I'm sorry. Like, and we all want what's best for you. But we also shouldn't have to prove ourselves over and over again that we want that for you. Like, we don't even know each other that well. So trauma dumping on people you don't know, that's out. We're not going to do that anymore. Goodbye. Number 9. So... dyeing your hair. Yes. Me thinking dyeing your hair is in. It absolutely is. In general, being unconventional with your aestheticism. Like, right now, again, conformity is the thing that they're pushing for in society. So the biggest thing we can do of everyday protest as a girl, gay, and they, is to be so experimental with your look. Like, being as not conformative as you can be. Like, be experimental right now. What's in is being experimental. And within being experimental, dye your hair many colors. Dye it. It fades out. You can dye it a different color in, like, a month. Every other week. You know? You can change that up. It's fun. It helps your inner child. We're dyeing our hair this year. I want all of you to go grab the bleach. Okay? So... I guess I'm gonna do 9 and 10 on the outs because I want to end on a serious note for the ins. Or not on a serious note, I want to end on, like, a happier note. So these are for the outs. Another thing that's out for 2026 is not making small talk with people. Like, I'm not saying, like, something I hate is superficial conversations. I'm not saying be superficial. What I'm saying is like, when you see the mailman dropping the package off at your door in the morning, like, just say good morning. Like, when you are checking out at the grocery store, tell the cashier, have a good day, thank you so much for ringing up, like, that type of thing. Like, just very, like, I think all of us, because we're so on our phones, are, like, scared of small talk, and something I've really worked on in the past several years is getting better at small talk, because I used to be very, very bad at it, because I was a very socially awkward child, so I learned those skills very late in life, and now I'm very good at, like, small talk with strangers, and, yeah, just in general being friendlier, like, being just, like, rude, like, offhandedly, or, like, you know, like, yeah, not polite to, like, just people who are working, that's out. We're not doing that anymore. And if I'm, like, close enough to you, like, if I'm in a group setting with someone, and it's even someone I don't know very well, like, we're in a group setting, like, we're all part of, like, the same group, we're doing something, and someone's being rude to someone, I'm calling you out. Okay? I'm gonna be problematic like that this year. So, what's out is, like, not making small talk or being polite. Like, being impolite. That's out this year. It's been out forever, but really this year I want us to lock in, and if you see that behavior, call it out. And the final thing that's out, big fucking deal, is acting like this administration is normal. I mean, I know a lot of us are already doing that, but I mean, like, it's getting excessively out of hand. Like, it's the most ridiculous, it is, like, the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. It's the most absurd thing I've ever seen in my whole life. And so acting like this is just, like, or around your relatives who want to act like this is normal, or just people in your life who are like, I don't like to engage in, You're like, I'm apolitical. No, we're not doing that. And anyone who's trying to normalize what's going on around you, like, you should be arguing with them. Like, you should be smacking some sense into them. So also what's out is not holding the people in your life around you accountable. You have to do it. And you can't act like this is normal. And, like, there's no, like, we gotta keep the peace. The peace has been gone. So we need to so the peace is gone. Peace has been gone for, like, 10 years, okay? Since I was in high school, there's not been, like, I mean, it's never been normal or okay, but, like, it's got excruciating in the past 10 years. Like, and, like, I'm just not in a place where if you can't acknowledge that we're living through a political crisis, like, you're not sane, and I can't interact with you. So, yeah, I'm gonna be just the most obnoxious political advocate I can be this year. And what is out is being nonchalant about our political views. Like, wear them on your chest at this point, okay? Heart on your sleeve. Like, if you don't believe in human rights, like, you and I are going to tussle, okay? So, right, I guess my whole point was, like, peace has been gone for, like, 10 years. Normalcy has been gone for 10 years. So, there's no point in, like, trying to keep the peace. There is no peace. Ball out, okay? Let's go crazy. Let's, yeah. A goal of mine, actually, I've been joking about this. A goal of mine, my 2026 resolution, is to get this podcast to be featured on Fox News and for them to blame me for, like, you know, pink pilling women, and that's why the birth rates are, like, lower, because of women like me. So I would love to see that happen. That's how not nonchalant I'm gonna be this year about politics. Okay. And the final thing that is in for 2026 is fucking taking yourself seriously. I need you to take yourself seriously. I need you to stop letting life just happen to you. And like, if you've had the car on, like, you know, self-drive, like, take it off and start steering the car yourself, okay? This is the year we take control of our lives, because when everything's falling apart, there's never a better time, you know? Like, really just taking seriously is just, like, whatever your dreams are, whatever you want to do with life, be like, that's what I want to do, and, like, be okay with that. Like, this is a year to, like, radically accept yourself and start figuring out how you are going to get what you want. I need you, like, there's something actually so beneficial to the community when you fight for yourself. Like, when you fight for yourself, you inspire everyone else around you to fight for themselves. And, like, always, like, fighting for your dreams doesn't mean being individualistic. I think people see fighting for what you want as, like, a selfish thing because so many people don't have what they want. But I've always been in the philosophy of, like, you are the only one who gets to dictate where your life goes, like, and it's your life. So you have to live it to your 100% capacity of, like, what you are capable of doing and what you want to do. Because if you don't do it, no one else is going to do it for you. And so, right, that's everyone's life. That applies to literally everyone. So when you do that, and that's the only way for you to be happy, and that's the only way for other people to be happy. So when you do that, you give the other people in your life permission to go after their goals like that too. Like, we have to give each other permission to do that. We have to constantly be reminding each other that it is okay to do that, because no one else is going to achieve your goals for you. And you have to accept what your goals are and go after them with everything you have. So what's in for 2026, most important thing is fucking take yourself seriously, okay? Thank you. That's the in and outs of 2026. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We're gonna wrap it up here, because I think we're almost an hour and a half in. And just really quick, new music I'm listening to. I already told you Addison Rae's debut album. These were kind of my favorite albums of last year. Obviously, Life of a Showgirl, loved it. I think in the early episodes I did, like, a sort of review of it. But I loved it. So that one doesn't need to be said, even though I still brought it up. But what is in for me, this is just what I've been listening to recently. Right, the new Addison Rae album. Surprisingly fantastic. The mixing is chef's kiss. It's so fun. Reminds me of early Britney Spears. Really, really love it. Hayley Williams' new album, Ego Death at a Bachelorette Party. Let's hop on. That is, just got the vinyl. I got the yellow highlighter vinyl. Absolute chef's kiss. Love you, Hayley Williams. Yeah, that album is everything. Listen to it. And I'm gonna go see Halsey again in concert here really soon. I'm very excited. It'll be the 4th time I'm seeing Halsey in concert ever. I've never been to an artist concert more than hers, but she's on her Badlands reunion, or not reunion, her Badlands 10th anniversary tour. Love Halsey. The Great Impersonator was the most fantastic album of her career, my favorite album of her career, which is really saying something, but you gotta lock into that album. And we gotta start treating Halsey with the respect that they deserve. Halsey's lyricism is actually unreal. Halsey is a poet, and I need everyone to lock in on Halsey's poetry and start treating Halsey with the respect that they deserve. I'm not playing around. I need Halsey to become like a megastar for me. I need a Halsey stadium tour, and I need y'all to make that all possible. Okay, so we're locking back into Halsey. Big one. Honorable mention for what's in this year. Halsey. Okay? I'm gonna keep talking about them. Love Halsey. Lock in. So, what books I'm reading right now? I'm still reading A People's History of America. And I left it in the other room, so I'm not going to go grab the copy at this point, but I have been reading it. I promised I would keep reading it. It is a very... I reread the first chapter twice, so basically it's taken me so long to read because I'm rereading each chapter twice because it's so dense and I really want to understand it. But the more I read it, just like the more I cannot... My goal is to read at least one book a month, minimum, but I would love to read more than that each month. But I am... A People's History of America by Howard Zinn is so far, like, I'm really only through, like, the first 3 chapters, but again, each chapter is, like, 15 pages, and I've been rereading each chapter because they're so dense. But it's really helped me in a way I never have before understand how we got to this point in America. Like, I've always understood, but, like, I feel like my understanding of it has been transformative by reading this book. The context it's added to my greater understanding of how we got to where we are today. It's just, I highly recommend it. At some point I will read my annotations from it. I'll do that when I'm a little farther into the book. I still highly recommend it, and I'm still reading it. What I am reading for funsies, I got a lot of books for Halloween, or not Halloween, for Christmas. So, because I'm super cool. But something I got, and I read this in high school. I was in this play till I got kicked out of this play in high school. Because I posted an evil meme about my high school theater teacher, and she kicked me out of the program. And we don't have time to unpack all that. That's a story time at some point. Surely. Anyways, Jekyll and Hyde. It's always been a series I love. I love the musical. And my best friend also, he loves this story. And I read it in high school, but I didn't really, I was going through a lot of the time, and I don't think I really processed it, and I don't remember it really at all. Like, that's a period in my life where I have a really good memory, and then certain parts of my memory I've just, blacked out, and I read this book in one of those time periods where I'm like, I don't remember that time period of my life at all. But anyways, this book falls right into that category of everything that I love about, the inherent condition of, the human spirit. Love that stuff. It's gothic. I'm learning a lot of big words. It's an older book. I think it was written in 1886. It's very queer, but a lot of books from this time period are. It's just a fantastic book, and it's just, so immersive. I love putting on some Victorian, classical music and really locking in. I've been really enjoying it. I'm actually pretty far into it. I know it doesn't look like it, but it has, other short stories in here, too. The book is not that long. I highly recommend it. It's public domain, so you can find a free copy and read it online. Highly recommend it. I love Jekyll and Hyde. Always have, always will. I mean, I'm a huge fan of Death Note, and I feel like Death Note has to be inspired by Jekyll and Hyde. Death Note is my, I would say my favorite anime ever, but it's One Piece that's hard to compete with at this point. But my cat's name is Light. I love Death Note. And I would say Jekyll and Hyde is, I literally have my Death Note manga right here. I would say these two, it's the same picture. So, yeah, Death Note and Jekyll and Hyde. Can't recommend it enough. I'll maybe talk further on Jekyll and Hyde when I finish it, but that's what I'm reading right now. Recommend both of them. Love it. Anyways, we're getting to the end of the podcast, of the first podcast of 2026. Thank you for being here, guys. I love you all. Corny head, whatever. So, my motivation, we always want to finish on the motivation. My motivation for the week is, first week of the new year. I wrote down, last year was hard, so you grew. This isn't starting over. You're building on everything you've ever done. You're a continuation. I think a lot of the times we do this whole, like, new year, new me. And I think we need to throw that mentality out. Like, it's not a new you. And I think we all always feel like we need to be a clean slate. And I think we feel guilt if we don't feel like a clean slate and, like, feel ready to just start over. I think that it implies that, like, well, last year there was something wrong with me. And I don't think that, I think that mentality isn't a mentality that we need to be in. Because there was nothing wrong with what you did last year. You did your best. Even if you fucked up and you crashed out all year, that was the best you could do. That truly was all you could do. And could you have made other decisions? Maybe, but you didn't. So, even if you don't feel like you did your personal best, like, it really was, you gave it all you had. And this year is an opportunity to give it all you had with intention, because no matter how your year went, if you had a great year last year, if you had a terrible year last year, either way, like, if you reflect on it, you'll learn something. And now you can take what you learned and you can continue down the journey that you're on, and maybe you go a different direction. Because you learned, I don't want to do that. I don't want to repeat a 2025. I don't want to repeat that, and I want to do something new. And then you're continuing. That's growth. That's the growth. Just making the different decision is huge. That continuation, if you do choose to do something different, like, that's beautiful. But you might want to stay on the path that you're on and be like, that was really awesome what I did, and I learned a lot, and I'm going to continue doing that. And there's nothing wrong with what I did last year. I just want us to throw out the mentality of, like, this year is going to be better than last, like, well, no, you know what I'm trying to say, like, this year is going to be, like, I'm going to be a better version of myself. Like, yeah, you can always want to be the best version of yourself, but you just can't, when doing your New Year's resolutions, don't look back and be like, there was something wrong with the old me. Be like, this is what I learned from the old me. I'm so grateful for them. But I'm so excited to continue this growth. I think that all makes sense. That's my mentality that I'm taking into the new year, is that mentality of not new year, new me. New year continuation of the girl I've always been. And the girl I'm going to continue being. And I'm just going to figure out how to keep being even more awesome than I already am. Okay, guys? So, happy 2026. It's been a crazy first, 5 days of the year, and this is why I'm going to be giving you the weekly updates, because it's crazy out there. It's really crazy. We're only 5 days in the year, and shit has happened. So, we're going to get through this year together. I'm always here for you. Love you all very, very much. And I will see you next week. Bye!